I will never look at history the same way after learning this. European powers embarked on voyages, encountering new lands and peoples. These encounters led to racial ideologies justifying the subjugation of non-European peoples. Colonists, driven by greed and superiority, sought to extract resources and dominate territories. The transatlantic slave trade saw millions of Africans forcibly transported to the Americas. The age of exploration marked the beginning of a painful history of racism. The 18th and 19th centuries witnessed the rise of pseudoscientific theories that attempted to provide a biological basis for racial hierarchy. These theories, often influenced by prevailing social and political biases, sought to justify the dominance of Europeans and the subjugation of other races. Phrenology, for example, claimed to determine intelligence and character based on the shape and size of the skull. This pseudoscience was used to support racist notions, with Europeans deemed to have superior cranial features compared to other races. Similarly, social Darwinism, a distorted interpretation of Darwin's theory of evolution, argued that racial groups were engaged in a struggle for survival, with Europeans representing the most evolved and superior race. This theory provided a convenient justification for colonialism, imperialism, and the exploitation of non-European peoples. These pseudo-scientific theories, lacking any empirical basis, were widely disseminated and accepted as fact by many in positions of power. They served to reinforce existing racial prejudices and legitimize systems of oppression and inequality. Systemic racism, a pervasive and deeply ingrained form of discrimination, advantages certain groups while disadvantaging others. This system of oppression operates across various societal institutions, including education, healthcare, criminal justice, and the economy. One group that benefits from systemic racism is the dominant racial group, often those of European descent in Western societies. They enjoy privileges and advantages denied to other racial groups, such as access to better education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. Corporations and industries also benefit from systemic racism by exploiting the labor of marginalized communities. By paying lower wages and providing fewer opportunities for advancement, they perpetuate economic inequality and maintain a cycle of poverty. Politicians and political parties may exploit racial divisions for electoral gain. By appealing to racial prejudices and fears, they can consolidate their power and undermine efforts to promote racial equality. Systemic racism creates a system where one group benefits at the expense of others. It is essential to recognize and dismantle these systems of oppression to create a just and equitable society for all. A world without racism, equity, and social harmony. Imagining a world without racism requires a fundamental shift in societal structures and individual mindsets. It necessitates dismantling systems of oppression and fostering a culture of empathy, understanding, and respect for all. In a world without racism, equity would be paramount. Every individual, regardless of their race or ethnicity, would have equal opportunities to thrive and reach their full potential. Access to education, healthcare, housing, and economic opportunities would be based on merit and need, not on race. Social harmony would flourish in a society free from racial prejudice. People from different backgrounds would interact with each other with respect and understanding, breaking down barriers and fostering a sense of community. The absence of racism would create a more just and equitable society where everyone has the opportunity to live with dignity and respect. It would be a world where diversity is celebrated, and differences are seen as strengths rather than sources of division. Economic growth and reduced conflict in a post-racial society. The elimination of racism would have far-reaching positive consequences. It would unlock economic potential and reduce conflict. A post-racial society would tap into a vast pool of talent and innovation. This would lead to increased productivity and economic growth. Racism often fuels conflict and division. Removing this root cause would contribute to a more peaceful world. The transformative power of equality, well-being, and human potential. In a world without racism, the transformative power of equality would unlock human potential and enhance well-being on an unprecedented scale. Individuals would be free from the psychological burdens of prejudice and discrimination, allowing them to thrive. Mental health would improve dramatically in a society free from the stress and trauma associated with racism. People of color would no longer face daily indignities and microaggressions. Creativity and innovation would flourish in an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. As we reflect on the transformative power of equality and the boundless potential it holds for human well-being, it is important to acknowledge the journey we have been on. This video was made by historic sources to get the facts. We have delved into the age of exploration and colonialism, examined how pseudoscience justified racial hierarchies, and questioned who benefits from these constructs. We've also explored the possibilities of equity, social harmony, economic growth, and a world where human potential is fully realized. Understanding our past is crucial for paving the way toward a more inclusive and equitable future. By learning from history, we can work together to dismantle the structures that perpetuate racism and build a society where everyone thrives. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on history and social justice.